morning. Now in this video we are going to start with the topic reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio, and it is on page number 248. Actually, in the textbook, if you see the name of this chapter, they have kept as a trigonometrical identity. Trigonometrical identity. Okay, but they did not talk anything about the trigonometrical identity, right? That is why I am not writing the name of the topic as trigonometrical identity, but I am writing basically this topic, this chapter, okay, this particular exercise, it talks about the reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio, and that is why I am given the heading as reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio, which is on page number 248. And there is a little bit information, very little information about the trigonometrical identity. So when the question comes, I will tell you what is trigonometrical identity. Actually, trigonometrical identity is a vast topic. So anyway, we are going to start with the trigonometrical reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio. Now, by now you are already very clear with the trigonometrical ratio. There are three fundamental trigonometrical ratios. So let us rewrite the three trigonometrical ratios. Sine theta. Theta could be any angle. No, we can take this angle as A, B, C, theta, beta, zeta, gamma, delta. Any name you can give. So this simply stands for an angle. So sine theta. The trigonometrical ratio of sine theta, we know it is opposite side divided by, you can speak with me, the ratio of sine theta is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. By now you must be knowing it, and every time I repeat, so it will be helping you to memorize or also to remember the ratio, the three trigonometrical ratio. Sine theta is opposite side over hypotenuse. Likewise, cos theta, we know it is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Is it okay? Divided by hypotenuse. Next is tan theta. Tan theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side. So these are the three fundamental trigonometrical ratio about which now you are already very clear. So these are called as fundamental trigonometrical ratios, basic trigonometrical ratios. Now we will try to know what is the reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio. Each of these trigonometrical ratios have a reciprocal. Each of them. Sin theta will have a reciprocal, cos theta will have a reciprocal, and tan theta also will have a reciprocal. So now we are going to learn about the reciprocal of each of these trigonometrical ratios. You know reciprocal means what? Upside down, right? Multiplicative inverse. Reciprocal means multiplicative inverse. You turn the fraction upside down, you will get the reciprocal. So each of this will have one reciprocal. So I am writing the reciprocal of this sine theta in the side. I'll change the color. The reciprocal of sine theta will be cosec theta. Is this okay? The reciprocal of sine theta is cosec theta. Now, because this is the reciprocal of sine theta, so the ratio of this will be the reciprocal of this one. Okay? So just write the multiplicative inverse, just turn it upside down. So hypotenuse will go in the numerator, and denominator will become opposite side. This is your reciprocal of sine theta. Now understood, no? Next is cos theta, and the reciprocal of this will be sec theta. Reciprocal of cos theta is sec theta, right? Now the reciprocal of the ratio of this will be again the reciprocal of this one. So once again we will write here hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. Right? Likewise, the reciprocal of tan theta is said to be cot theta. And the ratio of this cot theta will be again the reciprocal of this one. So it will be now adjacent side divided by opposite side. So these are called as the reciprocal. Now to remember, not to have any confusion, please what you can do is you can create a link between the trigonometrical ratio and its reciprocal. You can think of a link in some way, in your own way. I also have my own way of linking this so that I don't make mistake, in identifying the reciprocal of sine theta. So for me, what I have done is, because the sine theta starts with this S, so its reciprocal will start with a C, and this cos theta starts with a C, so its reciprocal starts with S, just opposite. This way I am able to remember, right? And then for tan theta, it is cot theta. For this last, there is no problem. So this is the reciprocal of the trigonometrical ratio. Clear? Now, the beauty of this exercise is, if you have understood the previous video, if you have understood the previous exercise, then this exercise is just a repetition of the same thing. What you have done in the previous exercise for the trigonometrical ratios, now those same thing you have to do it for the reciprocal. Right? In the previous exercise, you calculated the angle for the trigonometrical ratio. Here also you will be asked to calculate the angle for the trigonometrical ratio. In the previous exercise, you will be asked to calculate the value of the trigonometrical ratio for a particular angle. Here also they will ask us the same thing. So there is no difference in the question of the two exercises. It is exactly same to same, but only the thing is, in the previous exercise you have calculated the things for the fundamental trigonometrical ratios. Now we are going to calculate it for the reciprocal. So we will go to the exercise now. Thank you. All right. Now we are going to begin with question number 1 on page number 248. Question number 1. This question number 1, it says, for each angle x, there are two questions in question number 1, part A and part B. I am going to solve part A, right? So for part A, the question is, for each angle x below, use given measurements to determine secant, cosecant and cotangent. So for the given measurement, we have to find the value of the three trigonometrical ratios. For each angle x below, use the given measurement to determine the cotangent, tangent and all. Is this very clear? Okay. So we are going to begin. Now we will find out the three trigonometrical ratios. Is it okay? But in order to find the three trigonometrical ratios, same as the previous exercise, you can see here, you are going to find out the value of the trigonometrical ratios in terms of angle x, for which you are given the measurement of the two sides, but this side is missing. So once again, we will find out the length of the missing side, and then we can find out the ratio. Is it okay? So let us find out the length of the missing side by using Pythagoras theorem. So using Pythagoras theorem, okay, h root over p square plus b square, right? For this x, this will be p and this will be b. So this is equal to 2 square plus 3.5 square. Is it okay? So this is now 2 square and 3.5 2 square and 3.5 square. So 2 square is equal to 2 square is 4, and then 3.5 square is 12.25. 12.25. Okay, sum of this one will be root over 16.25. Is it very clear? So now we can find the value of root over 16.25, right? Value of root over 0.25 is 4.03. This is the value of your hypotenuse. This is the value of hypotenuse. Is this very clear? Now we can find the value of the three trigonometrical ratios. So first of all, we are going to find the value of cosecant, cosec. Cosecant, in short, we are writing as cosec. Cosec for angle x, right? And you know this is the reciprocal of sine theta. Sine theta was p over h. That means this will be h over p. This will be h over p. Whereas what is your h? H is calculated 4.03, and then divided by 2. Okay. So you can calculate further what is the exact value. Am I very clear? So this we can get as 4.03 divided by 2. So it becomes 2.015. Hope I am clear. Next one we will find out is sec x. Sec x. Sec x is the reciprocal of cos, and cos ratio is b over h. That means this will be h over b. This will be h over b. And here the h is calculated 4.03, and then b is 3.5. 3.5 is equal to, we can calculate 4.03 divided by 3.5, it comes as equal to 1.15. Okay, if they ask to leave the answer in ratio, we can leave it here because it is not considerable. Otherwise, you can find the final value. Now, last one is cot x. Cot x. So, cot x means is equal to, this is the reciprocal of tan x, and tan x was p over b. That means this will be reciprocal of that. It is b over p. So, finally, b is 3.5, and then divided by 2. For this, the answer is 1.75. So this is how we calculated the three trigonometrical ratio. Is it alright? This is your question number 1. Thank you. Now we are moving on to question number 2. This question number 2, same as the previous exercise. In this, we are given the value. I will show you one of the question. Question 2a, I will solve it for you, and then the remaining you have to practice by yourself. The question is given as sine x is equal to 0.8. This is given. That means the value of the trigonometrical ratio of sine for angle x is given. Okay. Now with the help of this, based on this value, you have to find the value of the other 5 trigonometrical ratios. You have to find the value of the other 5 trigonometrical ratio. Is this very clear? So this question is again very simple. With the help of this given information, we are asked to find the value of the other 5 trigonometrical ratios. Okay. So in order to do that, first of all, we will find out the angle. Then only we can find out the value of the other trigonometrical ratios for this particular angle. So we are now going to find out first of all the value of x. You know how to calculate the angle x from the previous exercise? We can calculate x is equal to sine will go to that side, will change into inverse. Whenever you have to calculate the angle, this is what you will do. Okay. After this, now you have nothing to do, you can use calculator. So sine inverse of 0.8, its value is coming as 53.13. 53.13. So this is your angle. This is your angle. Is this very clear? Now once you have calculated this angle, you can easily find out the value of the other 5 trigonometrical ratio. So now we are going to continue. So sine x value is already given. We are now going to first of all calculate the value of cos for this particular angle. Now the angle is calculated. So 53.13. Right? This is a very simple task because you have nothing to do. You just need to write this much and the rest the calculator will do. So the value of cos at 53.13, the value is 0.96. Using the calculator, you will get the value 0.96. So this is done. After this, now we will calculate the tan. Tan for this angle, 53.13. So again use the calculator, type tan 53.13 and then enter, you will get the solution. So the value of this at tan at 53.13 is equal to 0.28. 0.28. Is this very clear? So one value was given to you. With the help of this, you calculated the measurement of the angle, and that angle now you are using in all the trigonometrical ratio, and you are finding the value of the other 5 trigonometrical ratios. Is this okay? So 2 I calculated. Now we are moving on to the other trigonometrical ratios, which are called as the reciprocal. So now the reciprocal of sine x is cosec x. So first of all, I am going to calculate the value of cosec x with a different color. Cosec x, and x is 53.13. Now when you are calculating the value of the reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio, you have to keep in mind that directly this cannot be calculated, because in your calculator also you will not find the reciprocals. Am I clear? So we will do this question indirectly. Very simple. Now you are going to find the value of the reciprocal of trigonometrical ratio, and that is cosec 53.13 degree, right? So how are we going to calculate this one? This will be the value of the reciprocal of the trigonometrical ratio will be calculated in terms of the fundamental trigonometrical ratio. I repeat, the value of the reciprocal of the trigonometrical ratio will be calculated in terms of the fundamental trigonometrical ratio. That means by using this trigonometrical ratio, we will be able to find out the value of these reciprocals. Okay, so see how it is. Once we have calculated for this one, calculating the value of the reciprocals also is very simple. So this cosec 53.13 is the reciprocal of sine, right? So I can write this as reciprocal 1 over sine 53.13. We can write it like this. This cosec 53.13, we can write it in the form of reciprocal, and this is 1 over sine 53.13 because this is reciprocal of cosec. Therefore, we can write the reciprocal of this as this. And after this, everything is done because you have already calculated the value of this part, and this part value was equal to 0.8. So just write it 1 divided by 0.8, right? And 1 divided by 0.8 value is equal to 1.25. 1.25. So this is how you are calculating the value of the reciprocal of the trigonometrical ratio. Am I able to make you clear? Let us see for the other reciprocal. I am now going to calculate the value of the reciprocal of this trigonometrical ratio, sec 53.13. Now to find the value of this trigonometrical ratio, I will write the reciprocal of this one, and this is the reciprocal of cos. So I can write this as 1 over cos of 53.13. Clear? And now the value of cos 53.13 is already calculated. So just punch the value 1 over 0.96 and then use the calculator. You will get this value as equal to 1.04. 1.04. Likewise, we will calculate the value of cot at the same angle 53.13 degree. Is it okay? You know again now, after understanding this, then you should be able to give the answer of this question. So this is the reciprocal of 10. Therefore, we will write this in the form of reciprocal. So 1 over 10, 53.13. And the value of this is already calculated here. So write the value 1 over 0.28. Use the calculator and get the final answer. This value is coming as equal to 3.75. This is your answer. So one value was given. With the help of this value, we calculated the value of the other 5 trigonometrical ratios. With the value of other 5 trigonometrical ratios. And the process was, this you have already learned from the previous exercise. Using this concept, sending this sign to other side, you can change this into inverse and then use the calculator and then get the angle. Once you get the angle, to find the value of the other trigonometrical ratio, you can use this angle in place of x now. Okay, and then you can use the calculator and get all the solution. Hope I made it clear. Thank you. Now I am taking you to question number 3. It's again a very simple question. As you can see, question number 3, what it says is determine the acute angle. You are asked to calculate the angle. That's it. You know how to calculate the angle, no? For finding the angle, in the previous question also we have calculated the angle. Okay, so that same way. Now here I will show you. I will show you all the 3 questions. First question is The first question is cosec. CSC means it is cosec. Cosec x value given as equal to 2. Alright. Then another, I will teach you one more question. The B is given as cot x is equal to 1.4. So I will just calculate for these two. We are asked to calculate the angle. Okay. Now here the problem is, angle we can easily calculate. We are now very comfortable finding the angle. Okay. For finding the angle, what we have done is, this word cosec should be normally shifted to that side. Will be shifted to that side. So cosec will change into inverse. Similarly, for finding the value of this angle, this cot will move to the other side, and then this cot will change into inverse. This is what we have been doing, no? But here I will tell you, we can do here also, but the problem is, these are all the reciprocal. If these were fundamental trigonometrical ratio, in place of this cosec and cot, if it was sine, cos and tan, then we can do directly, as you have already seen also before. But these are now reciprocal. So in the case of reciprocal, we cannot do that because we don't have this reciprocals on the calculator. That is why we are unable to do it directly. And therefore, we can always solve the reciprocal quotients. By converting them into fundamental trigonometrical ratio. Once you have converted this reciprocals into fundamental trigonometrical ratio, then we can do it very easily, right? So I will show you how can we do this by converting this into fundamental trigonometrical ratio. Cosec x. Whose reciprocal is this? Tell me. Whose reciprocal is this? Cosec x. Cosec. This cosec starts with C. So its reciprocal will start with S, and that means sin x. So I can write this as 1 over sin x. Right? This is as it is. Am I clear or not? Remember here we have to find the angle. We are doing this all to find the angle. Now this sin x, whose value we can find out, has gone in the denominator. Is it okay or not? So in this case now what we can do is we can flip it. We can turn it upside down. Now if you are turning the left hand side upside down, that means this right hand side also has to be turned upside down. You cannot just turn one side upside down. If you are making change, you have to make change on both the side. Clear? So here both the side I am going to turn upside down. Clear? You know that 2 means what? It is a fraction number. 2 is 2 over 1. Right? This is for your understanding. Please always keep that in mind. So when I am going to turn it upside down, this will become sin x over 1. Sin x over 1, and 1 is the denominator, we don't write. And then in that case, actually this was 2 over 1. So this will become 1 over 2. 1 over 2 means you know it is 0.5, right? And now you can easily find the value of, now it has come in the form of a fundamental trigonometrical ratio. You can easily calculate the value of x. So x will be calculated by shifting this sign to the other side. So sine inverse 0.5, and because you can use the calculator, sine inverse 0.5, its value is 30 degree. Answer. Did I make you clear? Now one more question I will teach you. This cot x again reciprocal. This also we will change into fundamental trigonometrical ratio. So this will become, this we can write as 1 over 10x is equal to, this is as it is 1.4. Now once again this fundamental trigonometrical ratio has gone in the denominator. We need to bring it in the numerator. So turn both the side. So this will become 10x over 1, no need. And this is 1.4 over 1. So when you write it upside down, this will become 1 over 1.4. Am I clear or not? 1 over 1.4. So you can simplify, this comes as equal to 0.71. When you simplify, it comes as equal to 0.71. Now after this we can simplify and get the value of x. So x is equal to 10 inverse 0.71, and the value of this angle will be equal to 35.37. 35.37. Is it alright? So with this we are ending the session here itself. We will do the remaining of this exercise question in the next video, right? Please practice very seriously, and if you have doubt, please interact through WhatsApp group. Please keep asking me the question. I'm always ready to respond. I'm always responding you. I have been doing it, and then I will continue. But then you need to ask me question. Otherwise, I will not know what is your difficulty. With this, thank you so much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.